Good day, yogis, and welcome back onto the mat with me for today's Hatha flow sequence, which is really aimed at beginners. So for this practice, you're just going to need your mat and to join me on it. So Hatha yoga is one of the most common found forms of yoga, and it's really a form of yoga that combines the breath with the movement. And really, the philosophy of this yoga is that we need to restore energy through the body and connect the mind, body, and soul through that movement of the breath and the prana through the body. So let's begin on our mats, coming into the first position, which is going to be a child's pose. So for child's pose, you're going to come onto the knees, bringing the buttocks in towards the heels, and you're going to slide your hands forward. Now you may feel that the belly sort of gets into the way here, so you can take the knees slightly apart, and then you can slide your hands all the way forward. Your forehead is going to come down towards the ground. You're going to create a diamond shape with your fingers and place the forehead onto the ground and rest the head onto the mat. Allowing yourself to breathe deeply here, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And for a moment, you're going to draw the head off the mat and just gaze down towards your mat with your head lengthened, softness in the neck, allowing yourself to feel into whatever is presented for you here. Deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can slowly begin to press up, raising yourself up into a tabletop, just taking a moment there. We're going to take a few cat-cows. So opening up your fingertips nice and wide, pressing all four corners of your hands down into the mat. We're going to drop the belly, inhale to gaze forward. And as you exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. And again, two more. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine. And again, last one. And exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Coming into a neutral space, once more, dropping the buttocks to the heels, arms outstretched, as you slowly begin to walk your hands over to the left side. So taking a lovely stretch through the side body. And then slowly walking the hands back onto the mat. And then walking the hands over to the right side of the body. And walking hands back onto mat. Taking a moment there. Slowly pressing yourself up and back into a tabletop position, taking a few more breaths here, finding a neutral spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to send your right leg back, tucking the toes and pressing into the heels, taking a lovely stretch through the calf. And then begin to raise the leg up. So keeping the toes pointing down towards the ground, your heel flexed, and then slowly beginning to raise your right hand. You can turn the palm to face down, and you can breathe deeply here. So pressing all 5 of your toenails into the floor of your right leg, balancing here and engaging through your core. Taking another 2 breaths. And as you exhale, slowly replacing both leg and hand and wagging your hips very gently from side to side. Let's go into the other side. So we're taking the right leg back, pressing into the heel and feeling into the stretch. So feeling it into the calf muscle, slowly beginning to raise up your leg. Toes are pointing down towards the ground, keeping everything level and balanced as you begin to raise up your left hand. Again, palm can face down, and again pressing all 5 of the left toenails into the mat. Breathing deeply here. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, replace the hand, replace the knee, and drop the buttocks down towards the heels and drop into a child's pose once more. Slowly raising back up into a tabletop, tucking your toes and pressing up into a downward dog. So taking your time in downward facing dog, bending generously through your knees, bringing your belly to your thighs, raising yourself up, feeling into the stretch here. We're going to take the right foot and step it forward and between the hands, coming into a runner's lunge. So really opening up the chest here as we press and lunge forward. Taking a few more deep breaths. You're going to rest your left hand next to the right foot, raising the right hand up into a twisted lunge. So gazing right up, straight line from fingertips to fingertips. Another deep breath. Exhale to bring the hand back down, back into runner's lunge. Gently dropping the back knee and the back foot and slowly sweeping up into a low lunge, drawing the arms up and back, breathing deeply here. And exhale, slowly drop the hands down, tuck the back toe, press yourself into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment in downward facing dog as you take a lunge forward or a roll forward into plank pose, slowly allowing yourself to press down or take a push up down onto the ground, dropping the forehead, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to press up into a baby cobra. So just taking the chest, lifting the heart and holding here. Keeping the shoulders rolling down the back body. Another 3 breaths. And as you exhale, slowly drop the forehead. Tuck the back toes and allow yourself to roll as though you're going into a child's, just kissing the forehead and raising up into a downward facing dog. Once more, taking a few breaths here. Stepping the left foot forward, coming into runner's lunge on the left side. So gazing forward, opening the chest. One more breath, bringing the right hand in towards the left foot and allowing yourself to take a twisted lunge. Gazing up to the top fingers, arms all stacked. A few deep breaths here. As you exhale, sweeping your hand down onto the mat, dropping the knee, flattening your foot, and allowing yourself to come up into a low lunge. Drawing the hands up, opening up the body. Deep breaths here. As you exhale, slowly lowering the hands, tucking the toe, and stepping back into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into dangling, so allow yourself to dangle. Bringing hands onto the elbows and rock from side to side. And then gently, slowly begin to roll out, taking one vertebra at a time and allowing yourself to come back into standing. So, taking the feet a little bit more than hip-width distance apart. The toes are going to point into the outer edges of your mat, and you're going to allow yourself to drop into goddess pose. Bring the hands onto the knees, allow the hips to sink down, so butt going to be pointing out, and then slowly bring the hands into heart center in prayer pose. And let's take 6 breaths here. Slowly allowing yourself to rise up. You're going to turn your right foot into the short edge of your mat, your left foot to a 45-degree angle, and we're going to bend into the right knee, keeping our hips squared to the long edge, allowing ourselves to come into a warrior 2, pressing into the stretch, taking a few deep breaths here. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears, gazing along the extended right arm. One more breath. And then as you exhale, straightening the right knee, coming into a triangle pose, shifting the weight, reaching forward, and allowing yourself to stack. Arm above arm, open the heart up to the ceiling, and breathe here. One more breath, and as you exhale, gazing down and allowing yourself to slowly come back, bringing the hands into the waist as you gently change the feet over. Left foot to the short edge, right foot to 45. Once more sinking into warrior 2, squaring those hips to the long edge of the mat, allowing yourself to find some strength here and breathing deeply. In a beautiful, strong warrior pose. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Two breaths. Beginning to straighten the knee, reaching the hand forward and allowing yourself to come over into a triangle pose. Gazing up towards the hand, opening up your chest, deep breaths. And slowly coming out, bringing the hands back, turning both feet to face forward. We're going to sweep the hands up. And as you exhale, coming into a forward fold, so allowing yourself to fold down. You can take the feet a little bit further apart here now, allowing the head to dangle down. A few more deep breaths. Interlacing the fingers behind the back body and sending the arms up and over, allowing yourself to pendulum swing forward. Rinsing out the shoulders here. Last big breath. And as you exhale, slowly dropping the hands, allowing yourself to draw up halfway and then all the way back up to center and to standing, coming back, giving your legs a little bit of a shake. So coming down onto the mat, coming into a seated twist. So with your legs extended forward, you're going to take the right leg over the left and lengthening up through your spine. You're going to take right hand behind you and left hand to hinge. So allowing yourself a lovely twist, Gazing over the shoulder for some deep breaths here. Slowly rolling out of your twist, bringing your right ankle onto your left knee and slowly drawing the leg up. Hands behind you, you can begin to walk yourself a bit closer. So feeling into the stretch here, feeling into sensations in the right hip, flexing through your foot and breathing deeply. Slowly to reverse yourself, going again always to your own limit, sending your legs forward, giving them a little shake, taking the left foot over. Left hand sweeps behind the back body, right elbow hinges in as you gaze over, opening up into the twist. Deep breaths here. Last big inhale, and then as you exhale, unroll yourself. Left ankle over the right knee, draw your knee up, and then again you can walk yourself into this position to wherever you feel an intensity that is not too much, but that is almost at a 5 to a 7 out of 10. So just breathing into that space. Last breath. And then as you release, you can gently come onto the back body using your elbows to help you roll down one vertebra at a time, where you'll hug your knees into your chest. And then take a happy baby. So sending the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, allowing your whole back body to sink into the ground beneath you, taking a few deep breaths here. And then slowly hugging knees once more and sending the feet down to Shavasana or corpse pose. This is the final relaxation pose in yoga, allowing yourself just to let go and completely relax. Taking some deep breaths in and out through the nose and just again tapping into the sensations within the body. Allowing yourself to become fully present. When you are ready, you can bring your awareness back to your breath. As you begin to wriggle your toes, bringing some movement back into your feet. Taking the tip of your thumb and drawing it across the tips of your fingers. Allowing your head to roll over from one side to the other. Drawing your arms up overhead for a last deep stretch. You'd slowly begin to roll over onto one side and press yourself back up into easy seat. So joining me back on the mat once more. Bringing the palms together to touch. Begin to rub your palms. Generate some warmth. And then draw them back into your heart center. Taking a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, bow your nose down to the tips of your fingers. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself, for you are whole and complete. Namaste. Wishing you a truly beautiful day further, and hope to see you in the practice again soon.